All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachad Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And yeah, I wanted to do this video. I titled it These Flames of Hell Won't Consume Us." And basically, now I haven't watched this video yet, all right, but I do plan on watching it. But when we were out today, I did see the brother put this up. I believe the brother's name is the elder brother's name is Palau, and this is his channel here, GMS Benjamin's Loyalty. All right, so I'm gonna put the link to this video in the chat as well, and you can definitely check it out. I'm sure it's a edifying video because he does make edifying videos, through the spirit. But yeah, the title, like I said, it was an interesting title when I read it. It basically sparked something in my spirit. Made me want to do a lesson on it, right? So like I said, I don't know what direction he actually goes in with the lesson because I haven't seen it yet. But going based off the title, I was inspired to do this video. So with that being said, Lord willing, it's an edifying video, and let's get right into it. Now, dealing with the flames of hell. All right, we know that ultimately, the ultimate fire, all right, or flames that's going to come to this place is going to be by way majority of the thermonuclear fire, right, during World War III when it goes nuclear. We also know, according to prophecy, that in the midst of that is going to be the return of Yahushua, and that is what that, and ultimately that's going to be the way the elect are delivered. That's going to be that preventing factor of the elect not getting touched by that fire, because that fire is going to consume, especially on this land, all right, of America. All right, it's going to consume everything and everybody else on this land. All right. So the only way, and that shows you, this is why Yahushua has to return simultaneously as the missiles are flying, because if he didn't, then how would those that are here or in the various parts of the world, that are targeted by those missiles, right? And I use Babylon as an example because it's very prevalent, all right, in terms of prophecy when it goes into being destruction by thermonuclear fire, right? And so if Yahushua does not return during the midst or simultaneously, all right, as the missiles are flying, then how would we get delivered out of this land? All right, but I want to start off here with the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 6, because every day that goes by, we are inching closer and closer to the fulfillment of this prophecy. All right, this is going to be that last major prophecy. All right, going into the destruction of this place, the downfall of this kingdom, the deliverance of the Lord's elect, and the setting up of the kingdom of heaven. Now, this is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 6. It says, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. All right, and this is talking about the old world, all right, prior to the flood that the Lord brought during the time of Noah. And we know that the world was changed after that, because during that world judgment, okay, only 8 souls were delivered. All right, the Lord was dealing with that remnant as he is dealing with in this time. Verse 7, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Meaning that the old world was overflowed with water, but now this new world has been reserved to be destroyed by fire. And what is it when it says reserved unto fire against the day of judgment? not the whole planet is not going to be destroyed by fire. All right, but you will have certain parts of the planet that will be destroyed by fire. Okay, and after that destruction, like taking America or Babylon the Great, for example, after this place gets destroyed, it's going to be a desert. And you're going to have desert creatures that are going to be dwelling in this place. All right, it's not going to be inhabited or rebuilt back up. Now you take the land of Israel, which will also be pelted with missiles. That land is going to be built back up. All right. Um, and now I'm just going to jump down a bit to verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. And that's going to be by from the sound of those missiles hitting. All right, as well as other forms of destruction, but mainly Salakia, mainly the nuclear missiles hitting, because that's one thing sometimes you forget about is the sound, man. When these missiles hit, there's an actual force and impact. All right, so you will have the earth. The scriptures say the earth is going to reel to and fro like a drunkard. It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. You see, and like I mentioned, when it says the earth is really referring to specific parts of it, all right, that namely Babylon, all right, that are prophesied to be burned up. And that's going to be the flames of hell. But the elect, all right, of the Lord who may be dwelling in those particular places will not be touched. They will not be consumed by that fire. And believe me, that fire is going to be hot. All right. You ever seen fire that can burn a whole country down into sand? I mean, fire burns buildings, and there's still remains of those buildings. All right. So imagine what kind of fire this is. This is going to be. See, it's one thing to have an explosion that can level a city, but to have missiles that hit a certain area and then the blast wave. I mean, it's just so much fire that it forms a lake of fire that just sweeps through the country, melting everything in its path. That fire must be so hot. I mean, it must be unimaginably hot if it can melt buildings down to sand. All right, that's that destructuring fire. As I mentioned, the elements melting with fervent heat. Verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting on to the coming of the day of the Most High, or the day of the power, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So, what spirit are you supposed to be in, all right, against the coming of this day? All right, what mindset are you supposed to be carrying? Should you be in a lackadaisical, relaxed, caught up in the world mindset? No. All right. You should be doing everything in your power to make sure that when that time comes, the Lord got your ass. So you don't end up being smoked. Okay, now this is the book of Malachi dealing with the same prophecy, right? Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. And what you'll see is this prophecy is mentioned and spoken about many, many, many times over again in the scriptures, just written different ways at different times. But that's how major it is that damn near all the prophets saw visions of this in one way or another. All right, Malachi 4 and 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. See, so in the book of Peter, he mentions it as the elements melting with fervent heat. All right, and in the book of Malachi, it's spoken of as the day that shall burn as an oven. So now you got to ask yourself, what is going to cause this day to burn as an oven? Is it is the Lord going to create a giant oven and throw the earth in it and then bake it? 450 degrees Fahrenheit? No. It says, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly, shall be stubble, the remains of a fire. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall leave them neither root nor branch. And that's a very scary death. The second death is going to be one of the most, if not the most painful judgment that the world has seen yet. All right. Because that judgment is not going to be a joke. There's going to be no escape from it. And it says here, right, that it shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts. It shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings. So that's how the elect are not going to get consumed by the flames, these flames. All right, by this epic fire. All right. It says here, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. Yeah, because when Yahushua pulls up in the chariot, he's going to deliver his elect. But in the midst of that deliverance comes the changing of the bodies of the elect. All right, and the Apostle Paul speaks about that in 1 Corinthians the 15th chapter. I believe also the Apostle John speaks about it in if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 1 John the 3rd chapter, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe also Philippians, is it? One of those, Philippians or Ephesians, Paul also speaks about it as well. Our bodies being changed onto like the Lord's. And this isn't something that you hear in the churches. You know, you should ask yourself, well, this is in the Bible. Why don't they ever teach us this in the church? All right, verse 3, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts. See? Why? Because the elect are going to be up in the chariot while the wicked, the rest, are down here burning. All right? And the elect are going to witness that as they are being delivered and escaped from the flames of hell. Okay? Now we know that that prophecy is very close, but we also know that there's still some in between before that. We know mainly the MOTB, and the MOTB is the we know is a charagma, but that charagma is going to come with a lot of things. It's going to come with a whole system, a whole new mindset for the world, a whole new techno age. All right, where they're rewiring humans, and everything is different. And we don't know how long that's going to last. Okay, so that hour of temptation, that's also something you got to keep in mind, that that's not going to be a 1-day thing. It's not going to be like a 2-week thing. They institute the MOTB, and then they require it to be made mandatory, and then in 3 days the missiles fly. No. So it's not going to be, you get presented with it one time, you said no, and then that's the end of the story. Hour of temptation, you're going to need to deny that MOTB and stand by it. They may present this to you at your job, and you may say no, you may get fired, but that might not be the only time it gets presented to you, or you get tempted. It's not just a one-time temptation. It's a temptation when you go to the store and you can't get let in because you don't got the MOTB. It's a temptation if something happens and you need to go to the hospital, but they won't treat you because you don't got the MOTB. All right. It's a temptation when, they basically block you out of society because you don't got the MOTB. Rent comes and they tell you they're not accepting cash or debit or whatever, only digital, yada, yada. See, these are all forms of that temptation. And in all these temptations, it's just going to seem as though there's one solution, and that's just taking the MOTB. But that's when you have to heavily rely on faith. All right, you're gonna have to step out on faith and trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that He knows exactly what He is doing. and that he is faithful, and that he will come through as he said, as he promised. I mean, if he promised, if he said the MOTB was going to come and you're going through it, then remember everything else that he said. All right, that he deliver us through it, he feed us, he he made sure we're good, right? This is Revelation 20:6. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On such the second death hath no power. All right, and this he is talking about the elect. All right, this first go around is talking about the destruction that's coming. All right, that the elect are going to be delivered from. All right, they're gonna be beamed up. They're gonna have their bodies changed. They're the ones on who the second death have no power, because it's not going. Once again, going back to the title, right? The flames of hell won't consume us. Lo, one would be of that elect. He says, but they shall be priests of God and of Hamashiach, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. Now, it doesn't mean after 1,000 years, that's it, we die and we just stop reigning with the Lord. Okay? But that first 1,000 years is mentioned here because it's going to be crucial. It's going to be a crucial time period. All right? You can think of it like the reconstruction period. All right? Because it's the first 1,000 years where you have to lay down the foundation, the groundwork. Because remember, there's going to be a lot of building, and there's going to be a lot of re-education that's going to be necessary and is going to be needed around the world. All right, not just in one country or one state or one block, all right, but worldwide. Okay. Moving on, this is the book of, so we spoke about how the Revelation 20, right, on whom the second death have no, have no power. And how is that? And Isaiah, because what is the second death? The second death is going to be that thermonuclear destruction. And anybody that takes the MOTB is guaranteed to be burned up, all right, in that fire. Isaiah 26:20. Come, you might say, oh, well, what about people that take it and that die? Well, guess what? Scripture said, he that receiveth it, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture. And in Revelation, the 20th chapter, it tells you about the earth and the sea, right, casting out the dead. So don't think, oh, well, he died, so that no. It's not a hard thing for the Most High to bring your ass back, which he will, and burn you. That is the judgment. All right. This is Isaiah 26:20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers. Now, this is referring on to the elect. The chambers are the chariots, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. See, because that hiding is hiding us from the flames of hell, that we don't get consumed. All right. As it says, hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, because it tells you that the scriptures tell you that it's going to take 1 hour for this place to be America to be destroyed. 1 hour, 60 seconds. Slakia, whoa. 60 minutes. It is ironic how they have a show called 60 Minutes. That it starts with the clock ticking. Okay, it says until the indignation be overpassed. Then that indignation is spoken about in the form of the elements melting with fervent heat. It's spoken about as the day that burns as an oven. It's spoken about as the second death, the lake of fire. All right, it's all talking about the same thing. Okay, so lastly, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And what's going to be, once again, one of that ultimate plague, that destruction by fire. Okay, so a lot is going to be going on, but one of the number one thing that in that day that's going to be on everybody's mind is that, Lord willing, they get delivered and they don't end up being burned, man. They don't end up being stuck here while everybody else gets delivered, and all they getting delivered is a missile. They getting served a missile. All right, they becoming missile food. All right, that's not that's yeah, it does that's not the place you want to be in. Trust me. Now, everybody at that time is gonna realize. See, you're gonna have people that are gonna see the chariots and they're gonna say, "What the hell is that? Oh hell no, it's aliens. Y'all need to shooting at that. Oh my gosh, it's 2, it's 4, it's 8." Right? That's that that guy from World Star Hip Hop, right? Y'all need to be shooting at that. But anyway, so you're gonna have people that are gonna be tripping out, and then they're gonna see the elect getting beamed up. But initially, since people have been thought to perceive the chariots as hostile, but I mean the chariots will be hostile when they come here, but to perceive them as this outside extraterrestrial, dangerous, wicked, alien, big-headed, black-eyed, green-faced monsters that want to shove planets and spaceships and erect them. People think getting abducted is going to be a bad thing. Oh my gosh, they're taking people. Oh, please don't take me, right? Then they turn around and see the missiles coming, and then 2 and 2 becomes 4 in their mind, and then they realize, oh, okay, maybe I do want to be taken. Maybe it's worse to stay here than to get beamed up. Now they don't even know what the hell's going on, but now they're screaming. They may hear brothers and sisters screaming Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Now they might try to make us yeah Shai, yeah, please, me too, me too. Nah, ain't no Me Too movements up on no chariots, man. Them missiles are coming. All right, and those if you're not of the elect, oh, those flames of hell, they're gonna do more than consume you. All right, the Lord said he's gonna leave you there and melt you. All right, so that destruction that's coming, there's a reason we're always talking about it, is because it's not a joke. It's not a light thing. This is gonna be a time that history is gonna remember forever. All right, the day that America was destroyed, and that fire is going to be real. That I mean, look at the type of wickedness Israel gets into, and that fire is going to purify and scourge them real well. All right, real proper. To the point where they come back in the kingdom, they'll be nice and rejuvenated. All right, they'll come back fresh, pure. And they'll understand what the deal is. All right, but you don't want to find out that way. You don't want to be corrected that way. You don't want to be stiff-necked and hard-headed to where you need fire for correction. Nah, take the reproof, take the spiritual path. Repent now while you have the chance, that you may be counted worthy, that Lord willing, the flames of hell don't consume you. All right. So with that, I'm gonna end it here. I just wanted to go into that brief lesson. Lord willing, that was exhorting and edifying to the elect. As we prophesy about this, is getting closer and closer and closer. All right, it's getting closer and closer and closer. So it's only a matter of time. And as we know, time waits for no man. So anyway, with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.